This is breaking news. ICE carrying out its first nationwide operation under the Trump administration, resulting in over 1,000 arrests. Arrests happening in multiple states, from New York to California and Illinois to Colorado. The arrests come as the Trump administration is moving rapidly to fulfill its promise to launch an historic mass deportation operation. Chicago's governor says he, too, wants violent criminals out of the country, but he's raising concerns about how the administration is carrying things out.
And I've said many times, violent criminals who are undocumented in this country should be deported. There is a federal law that allows that deportation. But when we're talking about undocumented people who have been living law-abiding lives and raising families in the United States, we need comprehensive immigration reform. We need to give them an opportunity to stay in this country legally.
This all comes as President Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, is now on the ground in Chicago to oversee the arrests himself. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Anna Koyman in New York City. It's Sunday, the 26th of January, 3 o'clock on the East Coast, and it's time for NewsNation Now. We do have so much to cover today, so we're going to get right to that breaking news on Trump's immigration enforcement plans. And NewsNation's Mills Hayes is live there for us in Chicago. What can you tell us about the scale of these operations and the specific criteria being used to identify these individuals who are being arrested?
Hey, Anna. Well, Chicago has some of the strongest sanctuary city protections, which prevent city police officers from cooperating with immigration agents. And border czar Tom Homan is in the Windy City this weekend, working with other federal agencies to make good on his promise of mass deportations. But Homan wasn't alone today. Acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bove was also in Chicago on Sunday to see firsthand the operations. Federal agencies like the FBI, DEA, ATF, and the U.S. Marshals are all working with the Department of Homeland Security. The Deputy Attorney General said in a statement, "We will support federal, state, and local levels who join this critical mission to take back our communities. We will use all available tools to address obstruction and other unlawful impediments." The city of Chicago and its Mayor Brandon Johnson have been adamant about the city's sanctuary city status. Democratic City Alderman Raymond Lopez slammed Johnson for his position earlier.
He's not concerned about the long-term undocumented Mexican immigrants that are here who've been waiting for a path to come out of the shadows. He's not concerned about the dreamers who have higher standards than even asylum seekers for how they have to behave in communities. He openly welcomes the city of Chicago to the asylum seekers that have come here over the last 4 years, spending $600 million to meet their every whim and need while neglecting his own African-American communities on the South and West Side.
And Anna, a surprising guest with border czar Tom Homan today, Dr. Phil. The reality star took to X to say that he was embedded with the border czar for ICE operations here in Chicago. We have also reached out about embedding with ICE and are hoping that they will get back to us. Anna?
Yeah, of course, we want to see how everything's going down, too. How are immigrant rights groups reacting to all this, Mills?
Well, you can imagine they're not happy right now, and they say that many undocumented migrants are avoiding going to work because they don't want to get rounded up by ICE. And on Saturday, several immigrant rights groups sued ICE seeking an injunction prohibiting certain types of immigration raids in Chicago. Vice President J.D. Vance was on CBS News this morning defending the Trump administration's decision to allow ICE agents in churches, hospitals, and schools.
If you had a violent murderer in a school, of course I want law enforcement to go and get that person out.
Of course.
So what's the point of the question?
You changed the regulation this week. That's the point of the question.
Exactly.
Giving the authority to go into churches and go into schools.
We empowered law enforcement to enforce
but
the law everywhere to protect Americans.
Effect, a chilling effect, arguably, to people to not send their kids to school.
I desperately hope it has a chilling effect on illegal immigrants coming into our country.
And meanwhile, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says that he will stand up for the residents of the state of Illinois who are abiding by the law and also paying taxes. Anna?
And to be clear, under exigent circumstances, ICE agents were allowed to go into those sensitive spaces before, but this is making it easier for them. NewsNation's Mills Hayes, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.